I've been craving milkshakes, and when I crave milkshakes, I crave a Big Mac with it. Hi guys! So we're finally sitting down today to do the very, very, very much requested bump date. Today I am 13 weeks and 6 days, so I turn 14 weeks tomorrow, and we're thinking that we could do, today we're gonna call this our 13-week bump date because we're gonna talk about what happened in our 13 week of pregnancy. We're really excited that we're starting this for you guys today. We just really wanted to first go through the first trimester, and then once we were feeling secure with the pregnancy, we would sit down and start this bump date for you.
Yeah, we feel a lot more secure now, so it's fun to finally have some details to share.
Yeah, so we wrote down a few categories that we're going to be talking about pretty much every week. I wrote down a few points on my phone right here.
You got some notes.
Yeah, I got some notes on my phone right here. I'm gonna be talking about this in every single bump date. If by any chance you feel that I missed anything, let me know in the comments below, and then I could include it in the next bump date. So baby progress this week. I've been using an app that I actually really like. It's called Ovia or Ovia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a free app that I just downloaded. I downloaded a few apps that some of you guys suggested, and some of Ryan's sister suggested, and other friends as well. But Ovia is the one that I actually liked the most. I think it's the one that gave me the more complete set of information without feeling so heavy, or it's just like a light, fun app to play with.
It's like comparing the size of the baby to fruits and like this. All sorts of happy stuff.
Yeah, and you can also set up to compare with other things, like
pastries or something, right?
Like a French pastry or a funny, cute animal. So we're using fruit and vegetables just because I think it's easier to actually understand the size.
Yeah, although I do like to think that you have like a little croissant in you somewhere.
Right, not as big as a croissant yet. But yeah, someday we'll get there. So again, today I am 13 weeks and 6 days, and the baby is the size of a hot jalapeno.
Maybe that's why the acid reflux also, right?
It could be, but we'll get there. Also, according to the app, Little Bean that's how I nicknamed our baby in the app. You get also to nickname your baby. So according to the app, Little Bean is nearly doubling in weight each week at this point.
That's
guys,
incredible.
Can you imagine growing so big like this?
Yeah.
So fast.
No, but yes, I mean it's fantastic.
Another fun development this week is that the baby's ears are almost in position at the side of their head, but still remain a bit low. So the ears are coming to the right position. The baby's actually turning into a real, human-looking baby. So tons of little things. I really enjoy my morning routine. Is that I wake up and immediately the very first thing I do is actually to pick up my phone and look at the app. And it's fun to read about the baby's progress every day, and I'm really enjoying it.
And they personalize it every day also, right? So you wake up and like today, 13 weeks and 6 days, you can see today. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can see something that's very specific to this day of your pregnancy.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
cool.
really fun. Now moving on to symptoms. I am feeling pretty much out of the first trimester set of symptoms. So no more nausea for me. I'm feeling much more energetic. I feel a lot more like myself. But one thing that I've carried through is acid reflux and heartburn. Yeah. It's better. It means that, right now I can eat. I don't feel like I'm restricted to eating just like a few foods. I feel like it can eat a lot, but some days I just feel more acid reflux than others. Some days are better, some days are just not as good. So
and it's always again something that you've dealt with a little bit. It's not
strange.
Maybe you're getting it a little bit worse than the average lady might because it's something you dealt with before, but it's definitely still there.
Yeah, so definitely something that carried through the first trimester. And a brand new symptom that I've gotten since my second trimester are headaches. And these have not been fun. They're not horrible headaches. I can manage them very well, and I am always very hydrated, so I know for sure that is not because I'm dehydrated. I drink water all day, every day, all the time.
I can vouch for that.
You know, the headaches are really something that I think it's coming with the second trimester. It's just my hormones getting that second level of like, you know, reorganization. Now, you know, my placenta is completely formed, and now, you know, I think my hormones are just like trying to figure out what else. So it's a consequence, I'm pretty sure. I haven't gotten headaches every day, but you know, I've gotten like 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
So.
And you try not to take medications.
Right,
too,
yeah.
Right? I mean, you do your best to avoid it
Yeah.
if you can.
I try to rest. I try to just like, you know, chill out for a moment, be in the cool air in the AC or something.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Or I try to sleep it off. So, yeah, headaches.
Headaches.
Second trimester. Another thing that is happening so far on my 13th week of pregnancy is that I am finally sleeping well. It's something that didn't happen on my first trimester. I had insomnia, and that was one of the main symptoms that I had on my first trimester. You know, starting on week 5, I just really had a hard time sleeping through the night. I would wake up at 4 in the morning or at 5 in the morning, and I would just be awake.
For
That's
hours,
it. For
too.
hours. If I was lucky, I would be able to go back to bed. But, you know, most days I would just be awake, and, you know, I would watch the sunrise. I would just like
That's nice.
be awake. Yeah, but now I'm actually finally sleeping through the night. So I'm really loving this. Food cravings, aversions. I, at this point, have basically no more aversions. I had a lot of food aversions in my first trimester. I couldn't eat fruits and vegetables and salads, which is something really odd for me.
You missed those.
I miss those because I love salads and I love, you know, fruits, and I have to have salads and fruits, vegetables and fruits every day of my life, but I couldn't eat it in the first trimester. So now I'm finally over that food aversion, and you know, now we're trying to go to juice every day again. That's a habit that we've always kept in our lives.
Yeah.
We juice, we make smoothies every day, and it's so nice and healthy, and I'm really happy with that because I finally feel like I'm feeding my baby with, you know, well-balanced foods.
Yeah, I think we're back into like an older routine, which is a healthier routine.
Yeah, exactly.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, because as far as food cravings go, I've had this crazy craving for fast food. I hate that, but I can't help it. We've had more McDonald's this last week than we've had, I think, in the whole 2016.
Yeah, I think so too.
I've been craving milkshakes, and when I crave milkshakes, I crave a Big Mac with it. And Ryan, you know, goes ahead and like gives in to my cravings.
I'm like, okay, if I have to. We are the family that usually gets McDonald's when we travel through an airport at 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Like, we just don't do it very often, so it has been funny this week that Priscilla has just been like, I want a milkshake.
Yeah, exactly.
Where does this come from?
I don't know. It's just cravings. I hope that these cravings don't continue. I really do. But my plan at the moment is that since they are here and I've accepted them, at least since I'm eating this, you know, this crappy food, let me eat at least something good to counterbalance.
I like that logic.
Cool moment of the week. This is something that we want to share with you guys every week. I don't know if every week we'll have a very, very cool moment, but we'll try to find one cool thing that happened relating to our pregnancy through the week, and I think that will be, you know, something fun to share.
Yeah, and this week's is very cool.
This week is very cool. So today, right after breakfast, Ryan and I were just sitting, you know, on the couch, and then all of a sudden, I swear I felt something. I felt a flutter. Now, I am a first-time mother. I am a first-time, you know, this is my first time being pregnant ever. So I'm not sure if what I felt was real or if it was gas. But it didn't move like gas. Sorry for TMI. But it didn't, it felt like bubbles in one location, you know, in my lower belly. So it like kind of caught me off guard, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I felt something. So that was really cool.
You were shocked when it happened. The look on your face was so priceless. I wish I could show it to all of you guys. Like, just the biggest smile and the biggest look of surprise.
Yeah.
I think it really happened. I think that you felt what you think you felt just because of the way that you reacted to it.
Yeah,
So.
and we know that our baby is is bigger, and we know that our baby moves a lot.
It's a little hot pepper, and it's wiggling around.
Yeah, exactly. So that was definitely the coolest moment of the week, and it just happened today before the video. So pretty cool.
Awesome.
Should we go and jump into the video? The bump?
It's time to show you guys the bump.
Yeah.
So guys, that is it. That is the first official bump dates. You got to see the bump for the first time. It's a real bump too. It's starting to happen a little bit already.
I think so too.
We hope you enjoyed this one. We'll have another bump date for you coming up next week. We'll do it every week here for you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and leave a lovely comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this bump date too, and if we're missing anything, like if we need to cover more topics for next week. And subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you guys back in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.